edge or real quality in the final third. You know, we had a number of good opportunities where I like to see us be a little bit more crisper in our final pass and shot. But look, I asked them for a clean sheet, we got it, and we go down the road. It's been a tough week in terms of the two travels. The challenge for the week was to get 6 points. We've got it. There's things we've got to work on, we know. And so yeah, that's probably my assessment of it after the last two games being a roller coaster. That was pretty routine, I thought, for the most part.
Was the clean sheet the biggest improvement from the previous two games? Did you see many differences from the other two?
Oh, obviously, you know, Alfredo played the other day when maybe he shouldn't have played. I didn't want to take the risk. I took a slight risk with Connor. He seems to have got through it. That's Ben's first 90 minutes in a while. So you get a centre-half pairing in and you keep a clean sheet. That's a good sign. Obviously losing Alan to illness, John comes in and I thought he made one excellent save at a big moment. We started the game really well and it was the first attack. Our keepers had to make a save. But all in all, I'm not going to sit in front of you and say it was a classic. You did well to sit through it. We've got 3 points. I'm happy. Let's go home, enjoy Christmas. We'll go again on the 28th. That's my ultimate overview of that game.
Michael, you spoke about character and the boys have shown to come back and get results. In terms of John, you took a bit of stick early this season. You mentioned that. You can't today just to say what you did there. What does that say?
Yeah, listen, there's been a lot spoken about the goalkeeping position. You know, from my own eyes since I've been in, I don't see it as an issue. I think we've got a fantastic young goalkeeper, Rabbi Matondo. We've got to at some point give an opportunity to as well. I'm aware of that. So in that position, we have good competition. It was always in my eyesight to maybe give Alan a rest tonight, but then when he arrived at work yesterday, it was clear he couldn't play anyway. So no problem. John's got my full trust. When I was here previously under Stephen, John did fantastically well for us, kept a number of clean sheets, and he's done so tonight. So I'm really pleased for John.
Young Adam as well, you know, he seemed to be getting down the left-hand side of the ball at times. Was that a big sort of, at least you identified and you think you could get him down there? What did you think?
Well, huge credit to Malky, because in the time he's been at this club, I thought they played on the front foot. He likes his wide players, and I thought they might try and go for us on the sides tonight with our shape. So it was important we gave him something interesting the other way. I thought Adam did that. That was a really good battle down that side in the first half, because I thought their player did well and all. Challenged Adam at half time, and he went again. It's a young boy that's come into the team unexpectedly, and he's come into the team playing out of position. And so physically he's had to, and mentally he's been challenged, and I think he's come up trumps. I think we should be delighted with his form so far. It is just a start, and he has to keep backing it up. But he's gone away to Todri, he's come away here tonight. He's played in front of a nervous crowd at Ibrox against Hibs, and I think he's done excellent so far.
Do you have a decision to make for that position? And then goes with former right back next week?
I'd like to have a decision to make, to be honest. In a few areas we've not had many decisions to make because we've just had to play with what we've got. But Adam's done himself no harm. I think he'll jump up 25% if he moves across to his natural position, certainly in attacking areas of the pitch. So maybe the captain also needs to look over his shoulder, and that's what I want. I want to try, and this is not about coming back in and being a bit romantic about the group that I worked with previously. This is about trying to build a new Rangers, and certainly the cornerstone that would be young players.
John Lundstrom kept dropping back into the defensive line, and he pops up to score. Was that all part of the master plan?
Well, I think what I've noticed in the last two games is there isn't much space in the middle of the pitch for our number 10s or for Malik or Raza, so we try to just stretch them out by our centre-backs down a bit wider and John coming down, just to get people facing forward and bring the ball out. I thought John did that really well. He obviously then, when he drops down, he can look a little bit further with his passing. It was a key aspect to the first half, how many times we got Adam in on a little crossfield ball. We'll get better, we'll get more rhythm. I think it's a changing room that realises they have to keep getting 3 points. The situation we're in is we have to keep winning. So are we going to be our free-flowing best while that's in their mind? I'm encouraging them, but I think at the moment it's important to be functional and to get the results. And over time we'll hopefully improve. John coming in tonight for Ryan Jack was just a matter of managing the minutes through the week. I think they're both going to be very, very important for me moving forward. They give us a bit of bite in midfield. They pass the ball well, they're leaders within the team, and I thought Ryan did particularly well for Todri, and John did very well tonight, obviously scoring the winning goal.
Michael, you called this a mentality week. You've got 6 points in 2 very different ways. Just how happy are you to be going into Christmas with those 6 points from the 2 trips?
Yeah, delighted coming in back into the club and seeing these 3 fixtures for what they were. I would have took the 9 points anyhow I got them. It's been a mixed bag, but it's given me a lot of optimism moving forward. I'm the most open-eyed, open-minded person about how far we need to improve. But the players can only win the game that's in front of them, and they've done that, so they deserve a lot of credit, because 1 or 2 have played when maybe they would not have played if we had more options. So hopefully by the 28th we'll bring Antonio back in the squad. I'm very hopeful Kamal will return as well, and Borna Barisic, so that's 3 very, very good players that come back in and strengthen the squad, and that can only help us.
Adam?
Michael, I've seen on social media already some criticism of Rabbi Matondo after his performance tonight. Do you think that's perhaps a little bit harsh? And what have the fans not seen from Matondo that you can still bring to the team?
Well, he's a young boy, 21, maybe just turned 22 now. He's obviously an international. He's played in the Bundesliga, he's played in the Belgian league. He's here for a reason. He's having maybe a little bit of crisis of confidence. It would have been lovely if he would have scored that goal for him and for everyone, but he's our player. We trust him. We were bought him for a reason, and we'll help him out the other side of it. He's one of us. So I think at this moment in time, it's clear to see that he's struggling a little bit for confidence and rhythm, and that's my job now with his teammates to pick him up, because we believe there's a player there.
And of course, it's been mentioned about this being mentality week by yourself. What new have you learned about the mentality of this squad that you perhaps didn't know before?
Oh, I think they're taking on all the information they can give. It's important I give them the information in little bits and not massive chunks, you know, but I realise where the mentality of the group is at the minute. I think that they realise they just need to win games, and all they can do is win and hope something else happens elsewhere. At this moment in time, that's the most important thing. I've been impressed with the willingness of players to keep going. We looked tired in the last 10 minutes tonight, I thought, especially the 2 centre-halves. Now we got them back, that's a huge boost to us. Now we can move forward.
Thanks, guys. Could I quickly ask you about somebody who wasn't involved tonight? Stephen Davis. Do you know his scan results?
Yeah, listen, I don't want to discuss that right now. All right, I think give us a couple of days and we'll feedback out the situation with Stephen. He waited for the swelling to go down. He's been down to have his scan, and now we're just going to take some advice before we speak outwards on that one. Cool. Thanks. Have a good Christmas, everybody.